Thank you very much, Kojo. The Ministry of Information has some institutions under it: the Information Services Department, the Ghana News Agency, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, the Ghana Publishing Corporation. Can you update us on what you've been able to do to improve the welfare, the capacity, effectiveness, and usefulness of these institutions? I have read your handing over notes, and I wanted to update us on what you've done about these institutions.
Chairman, thank you. As the Honourable Member rightly mentioned, the Ministry has one agency that it has some direct supervision over, a number of other entities which I would not describe directly as agencies because they are of a special creation. Those are the state-owned media, and then has the Information Services Department. Chairman, perhaps I'll start with the Information Services Department, which is more or less a direct department under the Ministry. The Information Services Department is the implementing arm of the Ministry that is responsible for executing the programs that the Ministry may roll out. One of the first things that we had to do upon my assumption of office was to reorganize the Information Services Department now to focus on about 4 major areas. 1, public relations for ministries, departments, and agencies, properly so-called, and I'll explain that briefly. 2, public education campaigns where officers across the country with vans have an opportunity to disseminate government information. 3, research. And 4, which was a new creation, a division to see to the implementation of the Right to Information Act. So, Chairman, for example, in the public relations class, at the time we assumed office, we had about 46 PROs only. We have been able to augment that for the number to come up to about 72, ensure that they are all now registered with the Institute of Public Relations as professional PROs, and are now, with the availability of the resources we've made available, able to generate a lot of information from their various MDAs to the Central Ministry, which is what translates into our Minister's press briefings that you, for example, observe us do. Chairman, if you take, for example, public education campaigns, public education campaigns had suffered woefully before we assumed office because the ISD team itself was also woefully under-resourced. So far, we've been able to grow the ISD numbers by about 27%. We met about 721 staff. We've been able to grow it to about 987, provided laptop computers across. We have not completed the logistics supply exercise, but it's an improvement on what we came to inherit. We've also created the RTI division, which is now the division that has been able to provide information officers to a good number of ministries, departments, and agencies, and to process RTI requests that are coming in. And in the medium to long term, we look forward to completing the logistics improvement agenda at ISD. If you come, Chairman, to Ghana News Agency, for example, one of the things we had to do was to guide them. And Ghana News Agency, GBC, Ghanaian Times, are not agencies per se, because state-owned media are kept at arm's length. It's the NMC that has direct control over them. But with our guidance, we've been able to help them shift their focus and improve their market share. The data they have shared with me is that they've been able to grow their share of the market, i.e. media houses that are using their material for their news broadcast from about 37% to about 45% over this period during which I've been in charge. For the first time, we've been able to roll out their own self-owned websites with which they are publishing their information, and then they've set up a strong online unit with which they are working. As I mentioned, we don't directly manage them, but we provide guidance and resources. And
Chairman, let me come in. We are following through your answer to the Honorable Ayalga. So if you can take them one after the other, GNA, GBC, Ghanaian Times, share the specifics with us. What progress have they made? When you put the 37, we don't know where to locate it.
Chairman, I was speaking to Ghana News Agency specifically. So this is the growth in market share for Ghana News Agency specifically. For Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, for example, with the advent of COVID and lockdowns, they were able to establish the Ghana Learning Television. We've established a new radio station in Yendi. I was there myself to commission it, and I think I was the first presenter on air on that particular station to help get it up. The Garden City TV station is now functioning. We have successfully, through the Japan International Cooperation Agency relationship, assisted GBC to get some new logistics and equipment, which we outdoored. They still have significant finance challenges, I must say, in terms of outstanding electricity bills and old debts that are hanging around there.
How much debt, Chairman? How much debt that GBC owe?
Well, we inherited an electricity debt of about 25 million cedis, which has been ring-fenced, and we're exploring ways by which...
How much is it as at date today?
It's been ring-fenced, as I mentioned, because I think part of their transmission infrastructure, which was contributing to the growth in the electricity debt, because of the onboarding of DTT, they don't necessarily need to operate some of their old or analog equipment. And so it's been ring-fenced, but as I mentioned, they have debts in that area, and we have to work to find ways to...
No, you are quick to share with us, Chairman, with your indulgence, how much you inherited. What is the current debt of GBC, current?
Chairman, as I mentioned, it has been ring-fenced, so it has not been growing. It's a 25 million...
You ring-fence an amount. You just don't ring-fence. What did you ring-fence?
25, Chairman, 25.
So nothing has been added on?
According to the brief as I have it.
All right, thank you, Chair.
So that would be the situation with Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Chairman, when it comes to the New Times Corporation, I think the major change you would notice is a change in the outlay of their newspaper, from the old to the new, with the structured colored formats that they have currently. Ghana Publishing Company, as per the last audited accounts that they shared with us, is improved in profitability. Today, it's been able to self-finance a new array of equipment, which was outdoored to the country, a matter of public record. And now we've been able to make a case for Ghana Publishing Company to be given cabinet approval to go into security printing to augment what they are doing, because it's a part of the industry that is doing pretty well. So between ISD and the state-owned media and Ghana Publishing, this will be the semblance of the story on my watch, Chairman.